Namaskar. A very good evening to my dear friends. Paru-Kotha by Paromita থেকে আমি পারমিতা আজকে সরাসরি চলে এসেছি আমার সঙ্গে একজন স্পেশাল বন্ধু, একজন স্পেশাল অতিথিকে নিয়ে। কিন্তু শুরুতেই আপনাদের একটু বলছি, আমি জানি অনেক বন্ধুরা এই মুহূর্তে জয়েন করবেন, হয়তো ধীরে ধীরেই করবেন, কিন্তু আমি একটু বলে রাখছি আমাদের আজকের বার্তালাপটা শুধুমাত্র বাংলায় সীমাবদ্ধ থাকবে না। আমাদের কনভারসেশনটা আজকে বেঙ্গলি ছাড়াও, বাংলা ছাড়াও হিন্দি এবং ইংলিশে হবে, কারণ আজকে আমাদের যিনি গেস্ট রয়েছেন তিনি কিন্তু বাংলা ভাষী নন। He is from Delhi and he is an amazing keynote speaker, a very effective communication coach, Mr. Tauseef Hasan. So today we will talk in Hindi and English both. So I hope that my friends, you will not mind for that. Tauseef is very special for us, and we have taken find out the time to join with us. So please stay with us. So welcome Tauseef in my show, in my podcast show, Paru-Kotha by Paromita. आज का खबर। तो कैसा लग रहा है पहले बताओ।
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे। आई थिंक इट वाज लॉन्ग ड्यू, और काफी दिनों से मैं भी सोच रहा था कि आपसे बात हो, कुछ आप भी सोच रहे थे कि बात हो, बट दिस वाज द बेस्ट टाइम जो हमें मिला है बात करने के लिए। एंड आई एम सॉरी आई कांट स्पीक बंगाली, बट
राइट नाउ
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि लोग मुझे समझ पाएंगे हिंदी में और इंग्लिश में अगर हम बोलेंगे तो। आई फील सो हैप्पी टू बी हियर। I feel so happy to be here, and I would love to talk to all the people.
To know, please somebody, पूरा अगर कोई comment करके बताए कि we are audible or not.
Yes, it is very
important. 6 friends are there. I can see we have 6 friends right now. I think some more will join with us. 7 friends. So anybody, can you just give me a comment that you can hear us properly?
Yeah, it will help us to know if we are audible and we can talk to you.
Please, I'm waiting for commenting really. I hope that you can hear me.
People from Northeast and Bengal are very sweet and shy sometimes. So that may be the reason that they are not commenting.
No, धीरे-धीरे वो लोग करेंगे.
धीरे-धीरे करते हैं. धीरे-धीरे होता है.
So let's start our conversation.
Yeah.
Topic.
Let's start.
Communication skill, and my friends, you know that communication skill is in today's world is such a powerful word through which we can know more and grow more. Right, Tauseef?
Absolutely.
So, today we will discuss about communication skill, because Tauseef is a master of that. So we would like to listen from Tauseef, but before that, Tauseef, I would like to ask you. I can see you in Facebook, Instagram, in your LinkedIn. It's totally with a dashing personality, with so many positive vibes, and जैसे कि आप हो, you reflect. So वो सारे के सारे कैसे, दिल से बताओ.
Absolutely. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank everybody who's watching us and yourself for inviting me. It is an honor for me.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And yes, I mean, you asked me like कैसे positivity आती है, और वो चारों तरफ social media platform पे सब positive दिखा रहे और सब कुछ. And I think
I can see this, that constantly this vibration you were spreading.
Thank you so much. And at least there's somebody who's acknowledging it. So basically, it's very important to feel what you're doing, right? Like, for example, you don't have to do anything if someone is asking you to do it. How long you can do something that somebody else is asking you to do. But if you're passionate about something, if you love something that you want to do and you're doing what you love, then you can continue doing for years and years and years, right? Without having to wait. फिर आपको उसमें ना ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती, आप करते चले आते हैं. क्योंकि आप एंजॉय
Yes,
कर रहे हो उस
yes.
जर्नी को. So why
Yes,
do I
that's
spread positivity? Because I believe in the principle कि आप जो चीज जितनी ज्यादा बांटोगे वो चीज आपकी उतनी ही अंदर आपकी ग्रो होती जाएगी. So I believe in the formula of to give is to get, right? The more you give, the more you get. So I spread positivity so that I also feel positive, and I also feel that if it can make a difference in someone's life. So I'll give you one story. So there was a guy, and by the way, you all may have seen my consistency on social media. I'm consistent from last 4 years, and one of the guy who used to watch my videos on LinkedIn every single day, and if by any chance if I'll miss making the video and I will not post it, he will message me specifically that Tauseef, I didn't see the video today. What happened?
So
I
by
want to see
that
your video.
way,
I get
somewhere you were responsible. You were
absolutely.
responsible for that person.
I'm giving you just one example. There are many examples. So let me complete the story and you will see, wow. So that guy,
Yeah.
and I would say sometimes I'll feel irritated. Why is he hounding me like a dog? Like, I will make video whenever I would want to. I will, share the video whenever I would want to. I used to have this kind of feeling sometime, but I would then do it again and again and again. And then one fine day, he said, he messaged me, Tauseef, can you do one thing? I said, what? He said, can you add subtitles in your video? So I could not understand him initially. Why does he want subtitles in the video? And then I actually tried to speak to him. I tried to understand कि मैं सोचूं कि बात करूं और पूछूं कि ये ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा है. And he said something very, very sad. उसने बोला कि तौसीफ मुझे ना सुनाई नहीं पड़ता है. I have lost my hearing ability, so मुझे सिर्फ दिखता है. So I want to watch your video, but I watch it now if you add subtitles so I can understand it. And I felt so sad for that guy.
Oh my God.
I said I'll do whatever it takes to add subtitles in the video. And that one guy was a motivation for me. I said if I can change his life, if I can make difference in his life, अगर मेरी वजह से उस इंसान की जिंदगी में रोशनी आ सकती है, then I will do it. And I used to continue doing it, kept doing it for him and for everybody. Everybody would love it, and that's how I grew my coaching business as well.
A lot, I think.
Yeah.
This type of
and you know what? Yeah.
Oh, just a minute, Tauseef. So many comments are coming, but I don't know why it's not showing here.
Yeah, I am also not able to see any comment, to be honest.
Yeah.
I want to read the comment. I want to interact with the people. Maybe some setting issues.
Yeah, Sudipto Paul, he is saying true. The more you give, the more you get back. Thank you, Sudipto da, for
thank you, Sudipto.
Staying with us. Ruhan Sengupta is there, and Sudipto da is also saying that yes, very much audible. We are audible, so please stay with us. Shonali di, Sanjoy da, Oshurja from Germany. Oshurja, please take it up.
Wow.
আমাদের সঙ্গে একটু শোন কেমন লাগছে. She is from Germany. She is hearing us. And I think some more people will join. So let's continue.
I just want to say hi to everybody. Sudeep Toda, Oshudu. So I'm sorry I couldn't get everybody's name, but I just want to say hi. I just want to say hi to everybody. More love from New Delhi. So thank you so much for joining in, and I want to be more. I want this session to be interactive. It's not that I have just come here to speak and you need to listen to me. I want you to ask questions. I want you to share something if there is any feedback. I want you to just contribute, right? It should not be like I'm a teacher and you're a student. No, I don't believe in that philosophy.
Exactly. It's a chit-chat show, and through this show, we would like to learn more and more and more.
Absolutely.
So, in this interaction only it is possible. So please comments আপনারা দিতে থাকুন. আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে আপনারা জানান. कोई सवाल हो तो प्लीज पूछिए. तो Tauseef is here with us.
So पारो, आपकी क्वेश्चन का जवाब यही है कि इस तरह के छोटे रीजंस थे मेरे पास that I have to continue doing. You need to think about your higher purpose. आप किस लिए इस दुनिया में आए हो? क्या आप सिर्फ पैदा हुए हो इसलिए ताकि आप स्कूल जाओ, जॉब करो, शादी करो, बच्चे पैदा करो और मर जाओ? that is not what you're meant for, right? You have to do something
Means after
which is bigger.
retirement, आप थोड़ा पैसे बैंक पे जमाओ. After retirement, क्या होगा, कैसे होगा?
Absolutely. So you need to find something which makes you feel fulfilled, right? And I feel fulfilled when I see that because of my contribution, people are growing.
You got your purpose, and you were very happy for that.
Absolutely, 100%. No room for doubts.
Yeah, that's the spirit. वही मुझे सुनना था आपसे. So Joyshri Banerjee, Joyshri Di also has joined. Jaya Di also has joined.
Hi Joyshri, hi Jaya.
So please stay with us. আমি আগেই বলেছি বন্ধুরা, আমাদের আজকের কনভারসেশনটা বাংলায় শুধুমাত্র সীমাবদ্ধ থাকবে না, কারণ Tauseef is not Bengali, but the next time I can assure you that you will learn some Bengali. Right?
I was about to say that. And I learned some Bengali from you, and next time I'll try to speak in Bengali and speak to everybody.
You will teach me the communication skill, and I will teach you the Bengali language.
I'd love to do that.
Yes. And Jaisaki, we believe that language is only the vehicle to communicate. So I will come to a very vital question afterwards.
Please.
But now I would just like to go back in 2012, where you appeared for a job, right? I went through your pages and I came to know that you were that time very puzzled, very nervous, and you were lost, you were messed up. So from that shaky boy, today's Tauseef, we can see, so you have transformed yourself. So we would like to know your journey and your experiences so that we can learn more from.
Thank you so much. And I think we all have different and unique experiences to share with the world. And so as mine, I would like to share my transformation journey, and I hope people would love it. People will get some motivation from this. And at the same time, I'd also like you guys, everybody who's watching us, to ask questions so that I can answer. We can both answer. So basically, I come from a very small hometown, and
just a minute. There is one question from Shubhrojit Bhattacharya. He is from Tripura. Shubhrojit is asking that, welcome Shubhrojit, Sagoto Tomake. How to interact with people who argue without knowing the fact that they do not know the subject?
Answer is don't argue.
Just explain
because
a little bit.
If you, I'll explain this to you. See, I always say that never argue with a person who doesn't have the facts, who doesn't know anything. Otherwise, what will happen? As a wise man, you will deplete your energy. You will diminish your energy, and you will also start to feel like an idiot after some time. So it is, the best formula to argue with such kind of people is not to argue. Now, you might cross question and say, what if that person is a family member? What if that person is a family member? Then would you avoid them?
Yeah. Again, just tell me, Tauseef. Yeah, pardon, please.
Okay.
Just now.
I was saying. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So मैं ये कह रहा था कि देखो, ऐसे लोगों से आर्ग्यू करना अवॉइड करना चाहिए. लेकिन अगर वो आप ये क्रॉस क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं कि व्हाट इफ दैट पर्सन इज अ फैमिली मेंबर, ही डजंट हैव द फैक्ट, he argue with you, then what would you do? You can't avoid a family member, right?
Yes.
So in that situation, you have to have patience, because you cannot avoid a family member. So what you probably can do, you have to stop arguing with them and start loving them. For example, if it is your parents have different kind of experience, but you are living in a modern world, you have different kind of experience. So whatever you're doing, it will not go well with your parents, and they will always try to oppose it. They will say, what you're trying to do? Be safe, don't take too much of risk. But they don't know where you are coming from, right? So the best way is to love them. Ignore them, love them. Ignore them, love them. But that is the best strategy. But if that person is not your family member, Don't argue. Save your energy. Because just because of someone negative, you don't want to deplete your positive energy. You have to preserve your positive energy, right? And you want to
we
use
have
it
to
on the
preserve
right
this energy.
things. Absolutely. You want to use your positive
Very
energy onto
nicely
something
you have
meaningful.
explained. I think, Shubhrojit, you got your answer. So right now, Debolina ji also has joined. Debolina Chaudhary from Guwahati, Shujata Paul from Kolkata. So many friends today we have, Tauseef.
Wow.
So
You have so many people joining in your
I'm
podcast.
also very glad. I'm also very glad that my friends are here today with us, this show. So anyway, now we are going to our next question. So this is very vital. And I face this problem. So I would like to ask you that English language, how English language is important to develop your communication skills, or it is a myth?
Okay, so basically you're asking that why or how English language is important, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have discussed with you earlier. I think you can remember that. I was also very scared of this language when in publicly, basically. In publicly, when somebody just told me that you have to speak in English publicly. So somewhere back of the mind, it's just playing that, am I using the correct English? Am I using the correct pronunciation? So many things. So I have shared with you earlier also. So you just tell me your experience on that, because I think you also suffered from this.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I was like a very, very underconfident guy and very nervous, unable to express myself confidently, and that is why I was not growing in my career. But I always believe, I believe in the formula of supply and demand. Okay? If there is a lot of demand in the market, for example, just a recent example, there was a lot of demand of tomatoes, but tomatoes were scarce. So the prices of tomatoes skyrocketed, right? It went to the roof. So, for example, why people focus so much? Let's understand this. Why people focus so much on English? Because when someone is speaking English, the other person who's listening to that guy say, "Wow, what an amazing speaker!"
Yes, that wow
and
image. We want
absolutely
to create that wow image.
Correct. So what happens is, possibly there is no requirement of learning English language in Bengal. But why do you want to do it? Because it is your ego. You want to make sure that when you talk, others should come back and say, you know what, you're a very great speaker. I love the way you speak English. It can be possible that you do not have any passion to speak in English, and there is not even a requirement as well. But you want to do it for others. Second situation, let's say, for example, you're a Bengali, you're moving to different geography, and English is a need. You're doing a job and everybody talk in English, not in Bengali. Then it is a need. You don't have any option, but you have to develop your communication skill, right? Communication skill has nothing to do with language. However, I always say that if there is a demand, and yes, you know that your career depends upon it, then do it, definitely do it. However, the another perspective to look at why should we improve our English communication is because it is a universally acceptable language. And let's say, for example, if you're a Bengali, you don't know English, but you love traveling around the world. So let's say you went.
Because my need.
Yeah, so you went to. Yeah, absolutely. It becomes your need. So if you went to any other country, you can't help yourself but to speak in English. So what would you do? So it is a universally acceptable language. So, I mean, even if you're not passionate about it, I would say learn this language so that you are able to get along. You're able to communicate and convey your message and get helped, right? Get helped. That is very important.
So we would like to listen some story from your side like that you have faced or something happened like that way. Would you like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. For example, When I spent around 7 to 8 years in the corporate, so I was like an initial level employee. So I was moving into managerial role now. And although I was very hardworking and everybody used to appreciate my hard work, and it's been 4 years, I was not promoted. And everybody was expecting that I should get promotion. It was my colleague and peers in it.
Only because of English?
No,
Your
no, no, no.
English was weak
So let me
or
complete.
something else?
Let me complete. You will get the
Yeah,
entire
sorry
perspective.
to
No problem.
interrupt.
No problem. So I was hardworking, so I was expecting that I will get promotion. So one day, one of my manager went to my super boss and he said that promote Tauseef. He's the most deserving guy. He's the hardest working guy in the room. So promote him. And luckily, I was actually sitting beside that room. उस कमरे के बगल में मैं बैठा हुआ था, छुप के बैठा हुआ था और वो सारी बातें सुन रहा था और मुझे अच्छा लग रहा था कि यार मेरा मैनेजर मेरा नाम रेकमेंड कर रहा है और अब तो मेरा प्रमोशन इस बार हो जाएगा. You know what that super boss said? He said it in Hindi that सब कुछ तो ठीक है बस ये बोलता नहीं है. That everything is fine but he doesn't speak. Now imagine when I was expecting that something positive is going to come out and I'll get promoted, I got to hear that I am incompetent speaker. My soul was crushed and I was like, where do I go? I wasted 4 years and nobody in the corporate world came and told me that you suck at communication. You don't know how to speak. You need to improve it. And why so? Because ironically, your peers will always say that improve your business knowledge, improve your technical knowledge, but they will never ever come and say improve your communication skill, because that improved communication skill of them is an unfair advantage over you. They never want you to speak better than them. So they will never give you the feedback. But somehow I got this feedback indirectly. So for 1 month, I did not do anything. I was like completely clueless. I thought that I made a wrong career move. I wanted to go back to my hometown and do some of my own business. So my confidence was completely shattered. Then I thought that, okay, what options do I have? If I go back, I will start from zero. But if I fight against it, if I improve this, I can do some changes. I started to talk to a lot of people. I did not get any option. I enrolled into British School of Language. I did not get any results. I spoke to multiple people, mentors. It did not help me. Finally, in one of the organizations, which was British Telecom, and people used to call it Bengali Telecom in a funny way because there were a lot of Bengalis in British Telecom at that time. It is there in Kolkata as well, by the way. So in that company, in that company, I went through a 6-month training, and that training gave me a realization that you are the biggest project for yourself. So you need to invest in your mindset.
Lovely.
Right? So that was a realization that completely changed my life from that moment onward, 2017. And I started to heavily invest into my personal development, communication, leadership, negotiation, all of these things. And then rest is history. I did a lot of things. I did a lot of podcasts, interviewed several different leaders from the world. And I went to a lot of podcasts, colleges, universities, workshops, and now I coach people who are the mid-career professionals. So, I mean, it was phenomenal. And I was able to change myself. And the same guy.
Amazing story that you have shared with us. Really, Tauseef, a great job. So many friends. I think Rupa Bhattacharya is here. She is saying that she is enjoying, very interesting.
Thank you so much, Rupa.
हमारे साथ है Shohili Paul is
Hi,
also
Shohili.
working. So new friends you have today, Tauseef.
Hi to everyone, because I can't see their chair, and I wish I could see their chair and I could respond to them. But hi to everybody.
I cannot promote all these comments here in the screen. But afterwards I can see.
You can read it for me so that I can understand what these guys are doing.
Moshumi Bhattacharya is also there. She is saying that Shonge Aati. She is with us. Okay.
What does that mean in Bengali? I couldn't get it.
Shonge Aati.
Matlab?
It means that she is also with us. Shonge Aati.
Thank you so much.
We can say that from local language, we can shift global language. And if it becomes our passion. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So lovely story. বন্ধুরা, তৌসিফ আজকে আমাদের সঙ্গে আছে এবং ওর নিজস্ব স্টোরিটা আমাদের সঙ্গে শেয়ার করলো। আপনাদের কেমন লাগছে, তোমাদের কেমন লাগছে একটু আমাকে কমেন্ট করে জানাবে। আর বেশি বাংলায় কথা বললে ও ভাববে যে আমি ওকে গালিগালাজ দিচ্ছি বা কিছু করছি। So I don't want to abuse him.
Yeah, I feel like you're not abusing me. And you all guys are not abusing me.
Not at all, Tauseef. It's really a very pleasure for us that today you are with us and we are learning so many things from you. So now coming to the next question. So please share with us some tips to develop our communication skills.
Okay.
And
so
friends, if you have
I made a note of
with you, so please write down, I think.
I have. So I made 5 pointers.
Me also, I have
very intuitively, like from the heart. जो बात मेरे दिल से आती है ना, मैंने कैसे किया वो मैं बताने जा रहा हूँ basically, and it is very generic. So I always say this, that common sense is never a common practice, and that is the biggest problem. जो common sense होता है ना, लोग कहते हैं ये तो common sense है, but वो common practice नहीं होता है, वो सबसे बड़ी problem है. So if you want to improve your communication skills, there are 5 things that you got to do. Number 1, you have to have a passion. Okay. So for example,
number 1 is passion. I'm also writing down. Number 1 is passion.
So if you want to learn communication in English, you have to be passionate about it. So I'll give you one example. So in my childhood, by the way, just to give you the background, I never studied in English medium. I completed my entire education in non-English medium. So there was a big reason. Yeah, Hindi medium. There was a big reason that I would never be able to speak in English. So what happened in my childhood, because I was passionate, so I remember my father gifted me a transistor. So I used to listen to cricket commentary. And I would ask for like 25 rupees to my mom to get those 3 ever-ready batteries. And I would listen to English commentary entire night. So what would happen? I started commentating in my local cricket tournament in English. And everybody was like, that guy, that smart boy, he knows how to commentate in English. And it was very funny. It was very funny though, but even that funny English language was sufficient for those people in the local, because they did not even know that much. So I was very passionate about it. So first condition is you need to be passionate about any language that you want to learn. If something doesn't interest you, you're not going to do it. No matter how much money you get, no matter how much pressure you are put into, you will never do it. So passion is the first condition. Second thing is need. So let's say, for example, even if you're not passionate about it, let's say, for example, you went to London and you're not passionate about speaking English, but now it is a need, because everybody you have to interact with in English, and you have to do your job in English. So it is a need. You can't escape that environment, right? So you have to learn English. It's a need. So 1 is passion, 2nd is need, and 3rd is commitment. So when there is a passion, when there is a need, now you have to be committed to learn English. And by the way, it is all mindset. If you're not committed, and remember, learning a second language is not easy. You can never become as natural as a native speaker is. However, if you are committed, you can definitely get along very well. You can learn. So I was committed. I remember I made 80 videos on 80 days consistently as a part of challenge somebody gave me. I did not rain, hell, shower. I did not. 80 videos for consecutive 80 days. I did not stop. Oh my God. Can you just imagine?
It's
and
amazing.
How much it helped me.
How
much it helped
every
me.
Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, so first is passion, need, commitment, and fourth is skill. Now, what is a skill? Now, because communication in English is a skill, right? You need to learn this skill. So how would you learn it? See, the best way to learn it is to enroll into a program where somebody can guide you. Okay? Because learning a language is just like you're born in Bengal, you're a small kid, you doesn't know how to speak at all. And now you're learning it. Your mama and daddy is telling you, beta, this is how you have to speak in Bengali. This is how you have to ask for food.
just a minute, I'm interrupting you. Some of them they can write English in a very good way, but as a speaker or as a when they want to communicate with others, they just got fumbled or something like that.
I know. So I'll come to that. I will come to that. So basically, just like someone taught you how to speak Bengali, there has to be someone who need to teach you how to speak in English. Someone who need to give you the feedback. Okay? So skill and then mentors. Finally is mentorship. You have to have a guidance from somebody who can teach you. Without that, you will drift like a ship without compass. Here and there, you'll pick this, you'll pick that, but you will never be able to become an optimum communicator, somebody who can speak well. Absolutely. Mentoring is very important, and that is what I do as well. I also got mentored. I mentor now. Now, coming back to the point, your question, that I know how to speak very good. I can speak very good, but when it comes to expressing myself with others in front of, let's say, large audience, then it is not about your language. You may be a good language expert, but speaking in front of others is a different tangent altogether. It's a different skill. Now here, fear plays a lot of a huge role. Amount of fear that you have will paralyze you to an extent that you will not be able to express yourself properly. So basically what happens, when you're going to speak in front of people, you may say, what if I'm not able to speak properly in front of those people? What will happen? What if I fail? Right? So what happens? The fear is reflected on our body in the form of nervousness and anxiety. Our palms start.
वही fear जो है ना, वो mindset पे वो बैठ जाता है.
Absolutely. So there 5 तरह के fear होते हैं. इसको मैं बोलता हूँ JPRFSS formula. So J means fear of judgment, P means fear of perception, and R means fear of rejection, and FSS, fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of scopophobic, which is fear of camera. So these are 6 kind of fears people face.
Last one, please again repeat this. The last.
So
last fear.
I'm telling you, JPR, which is judgment, perception, and rejection. FSS, which means fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of scopophobia. Scopophobia is basically fear of facing the camera.
Yes.
Fear of facing the camera. A lot of people don't know how to face the camera. So these are the type of fears. And if you want to be fearless, I always say, there's a simple thumb rule that if there is no risk of life involved, you're not going to lose your life, do it anyway. Feel ashamed, still do it. Because you are trying to build your mind muscle. Right? And I'll tell you biological reason why do we fear. हम डरते क्यों हैं? हम डरते इसलिए हैं क्योंकि हमारे ब्रेन में there are no cells of recognition. I think I lost you, Paro.
Yeah, I'm here.
I lost you for some time. It's okay. Yeah, I'm डर की बात कर रहे थे तो लगता है ये स्ट्रीम यार्ड में डर गया. डर की बात करते.
The vibration.
Yeah. So I mean, that's all. It's just ये जो डर होता है ना, ये डर आपको जो है ना बोलने पे मजबूर करता है, आपको चुप कर देता है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप बोल नहीं सकते, आप डेफिनेटली बोल सकते हैं. बट जो डर होता है, जो बाहर से आता है, वो आपको मजबूर कर देता है कि आप चुप रहें. आप अपने आप को जज करने लगते हैं, कहीं मैं फेल ना हो जाऊं, कौन क्या बोलेगा, someone is watching me, right? We learned this from Praveen. So basically, it's very important to analyze all kind of fears and then understand how to cure it. And the best way to do it is to be adamant and do it. Robin Sharma says that become audacious in doing the things which fear you with. What am I saying? Which scares you most. डर के आगे जीत है. डर के आगे जीत है. That's the tagline. Yeah. तो देखो डर को क्रॉस नहीं करोगे तो आगे क्या है वो देख नहीं पाओगे आप.
Exactly.
It's very simple.
Exactly. So, hope friends, all of you are enjoying. একটু comment পেলে ভালো হয়. অনেকেই দেখছি Rafiqul Alam sir, he is working from Bangladesh also. Amitabh Pal is working from Bengal
People are from
also.
Different countries.
Sonia Gandhi probably I think is from Delhi. Kaushik Da সঙ্গে রয়েছে. Kaushik Da is also working. সঙ্গে থাকতে ভালো. Kevitas. So
Game show Kaushik.
Now we will.
I don't know what I'm speaking. in trying Bengali.
Came to Kaushik, I think. Kemon acho
No, I said something. So I learned. I just know one thing. I think it's Gujarati. I know one thing. Ino cholbe.
কি চলবে?
I said Ina cholbe. ये नहीं चलेगा. That is what I know about
এটা
Bengali.
চলবে। So sweet
I
of
don't know.
you.
I don't know.
So sweet of you. এটা চলবে means
এটা চলবে।
এটা চলবে আর এটা চলবে না।
ও এটা
তো
চলবে না।
আমাদের শোটা এখন চলবে। So that we can learn more and more from you. Shanghu Mishra, she is also watching from
Hi,
I
Shanghu.
think London. Okay. So I'm coming to the next question. We are running short of our time. So very fast now we will go a little bit. So and one thing, Tauseef, is it possible to enhance the mid-career journey with strong communication skills?
Yes, it's a very good question, Paro. Basically what happens कि मिड करियर पे आते आते ना लोगों की एज हो जाती है 30-35 प्लस और उसमें से 70-80% ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो बेसिकली उनको वो प्रमोशन, उनको वो पे राइज, उनको वो करियर ग्रोथ नहीं मिली होती है जो वो डिजर्व करते हैं। और उसका सबसे बड़ा प्राइमरी रीजन जो होता है द इनएबिलिटी टू कम्युनिकेट, पुअर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल। बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस, इस बात को समझने की जरूरत है कि जब जितना ही आप ऊपर ग्रो करके जाते हो, जैसे एवीपी बनते हो, आप वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बनते हो, डायरेक्टर बनते हो, तो जो क्लर्केरियल काम होता है वो कम होता है और बोलने वाला काम ज्यादा होता है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू आर इन मीटिंग, यू हैव टू कम्युनिकेट, यू हैव टू नेगोशिएट, एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू कम्युनिकेट after mid-career professional, your journey is going to be very, very difficult because it all depends upon how you negotiate.
Yes, the communication somewhere it becomes convincing others. Am I right?
Absolutely. So convincing is all about negotiation, right? So अगर आपको बोलना नहीं आता तो आप negotiate कैसे करोगे? तो इस वजह से लोग आगे उनको ग्रोथ नहीं मिलती करियर में, क्योंकि आपका जो मैनेजमेंट है, आपकी कंपनी जो है वो सोचती है अगर आपको मैं प्रमोट कर दूंगा तो आप क्लाइंट से कैसे बात करोगे, आप बिजनेस रिव्यू कैसे दोगे, आप कैसे नेगोशिएट कैसे करोगे, तो वो रिस्क नहीं लेते आपको प्रमोट करने का, तो आप जहां पे वहीं रह जाते हो। तो ऐसे लोगों को मैं हैंड होल्ड करता हूँ पर्सनली, मैं ऐसे लोगों को कोच करता हूँ जो मिड करियर प्रोफेशनल है, बेचारे जो 10-12 साल से उनको कोई ग्रोथ नहीं मिल रही है, and nobody is there to help them to improve their communications. So I help them because I have faced that problem in my in my journey. मैं mid career professional था, I was stuck. I came out of that problem and that issue by improving my personality and improving my communication. So I give it back to the people. That is what I do. And it is very much important. It is very much doable.
So my dear friends, you can also join in Tauseef's course also in his he has this type of course and he is a very effective coach that I also told you earlier. So you can join, you can go through his profile, so every information I think you will get.
And by the way, just to let your audience know, I just want your few seconds to interact with these people who are here. Just want to thank them for being here and listening to us patiently, because I am not watching your comment. It's thanks to Paro who is actually deciphering all the comments to me.
There is a problem, Tauseef, I don't know the in the screen, means on that particular screen.
That is okay. No worries. Let's not focus on that. I just wanted to say thank you to all these people.
From the other post.
Just wanted to say thank you for being so patient.
Yes, thanks a lot, my dear friend. But 5-10 minutes more, we are here. So, would you just Tauseef explain? Not explain, you just tell me that what are the needs of communication skills? The needs.
What are the needs?
Meet.
I'm sorry, your voice is breaking actually.
The needs of communication skills. Can you hear me?
It's breaking. It's breaking. Can you type it in the chat if you don't mind? Maybe it is my network.
Through WhatsApp?
No, I can listen to you now. I can listen to you now. It is better.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So there are some needs on communication skill, no? So the probable myths are what? Can you share with us?
So you're talking about the means of communication.
Meet.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. I'm so clueless. I'm not able to get your question.
Anyway, we are skipping this.
Can you rephrase this question?
Okay, we will come later on this question. So now I'm coming to you a very personal question, Tauseef. We always put you as a very positive person, as I told you earlier also, and you reflect this. But do you feel sometimes as a human being very low, or sometimes the give up more? Sometimes it happens or not. I just very genuinely, I would just like to know from you that at last we are human beings, no? Sometimes we got very tired. Sometimes the toxic positivity comes to us. So will you just focus on this topic?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how do you overcome?
How to overcome? Okay. See, when it comes to feeling positive or negative, let me ask you this: do you always feel positive? Do you always feel positive?
Right? No, in my case, no, ups and downs are going on.
Up and downs.
And I indulge my mind very much.
And let me ask the audience as well. Do you also guys feel positive always?
But the next day, what happens? No, I have to come out from that.
I think you gave the answer to it. You gave the answer to it. See, and I want to ask everybody here: do you always constantly feel positive? And if your answer is no, congratulations, you're a human being, right? Because see, nobody in this world, we're not robots. Nobody in this world can say that I always feel happy, I always remain angry, I always feel excited. See, I want to share one thing.
It's not happening.
I want to share one thing very important. Feeling happy, angry, disgusted, excited, euphoric, fear, guilt, shame, all these are feelings. And I have read this somewhere that you are not your feelings. You are different, your feelings are different. So today, if you're feeling excited, does not guarantee that tomorrow you'll also feel excited. You may feel disgusting tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, it is going to be different. So it tells us that we are not our feelings. Our feelings are separate from us. Okay? So it indicates that even if we are feeling bad today, just remind ourselves that if I am feeling sad, it doesn't mean that I am a sad person. If I am feeling happy, it doesn't mean that I am a happy person. I am who I am. My feelings are separate. So just remind yourself that most of the time when you feel constantly depressed, remind yourself that it is just a feeling. It is ephemeral. It will last for a short period of time, and tomorrow you'll feel happy. So be excited for tomorrow. Leave it today itself, right? So always remember, your feelings are not you, and if you understand this, you will always be happy in your life.
Lovely, Tauseef, lovely. Really, really, really. Hats off to you. The way you have explained this matter so nicely, so beautifully, and some other friends are there. Oh, Shambhumitra Roy, she is also watching. I told earlier also.
She's watching from the beginning, I guess.
Yeah, myth, M-Y-T-A, myth. I was telling you about that.
Acha, myth. Okay, it's a myth. It's not meat. That is where I was confused. Pronunciation. See how much difference it can make. So there is no word like meat. It is myth. It is myth.
Okay.
So what are the myths in communication?
I have learned. Right now I have learned this as a
it's absolutely okay. No problem. So
Dipti Pradhan ma'am is also watching. Rupa Bhattacharya.
Hi Dipti.
Yeah.
Hi Rupa.
She is also here. So we have so many friends today. It's lovely. Lovely.
I'm happy to meet all of these guys. So you're talking about the myths of communication, right?
Yeah. myths of communication.
See, there are common misconceptions. So misconception, and you may call it myth, you may call it misconception, you may call it incorrect belief. So whatever you may call it, different people, different definition. So see, one of the major misconception is that people think that English is a communication. Number one, we all know that, right? Which is actually not the fact. English just is a language. Yeah.
Yes,
you wanna say something? Okay.
No.
So English, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, Hindi, it is a language. Communication is not the language. Communication. So I love one of the quote which says that people hear your words, but they feel your attitude. So people hear your words, but they feel your attitude. So communication is not always speaking. Communication is verbal and non-verbal. So for example, I'm speaking, so I'm using my hands, I'm using my facial expression to communicate, to convey the message. And what distinguishes an average communicator from a world-class communicator, an average communicator speak like this. They will speak like a news anchor, they have to provide some news, and they will be like a flat. But if I am a world-class communicator, I will convey my message using my body language, using my hands, eyes, expressions, variation in my sound. I will use all of that, right? So that is what communication is. So why is it that you cannot remember the entire page of a book which has 250 words, but you can remember the entire song which has same 250 words in the lyrics? Why? Let me ask you.
Great. You are thinking that way. It's just
so basically, let me answer this question. So let's say the reason why you are able to remember the entire song, which has 250 words, but not the page of the book, because it has a melody behind it. It has a melody. Similarly, if you are as a human, your voice is melodious, you're trying to use vocals, you're using one of the best gift of the God, which is called vocal cord, to speak properly, it will be lovable to people. People will love to listen to you. But if you speak flat, you will sound very monotonous and boring. Nobody will hear you.
So communication is very necessary, no? In communication.
Very important. Vocal variety and the body language. So I'm not only speaking, I'm vibrating. I'm actually exuding the energy and confidence. That is what communication is. Right? So that is one. Second is, no, I can't. I can never speak English. It's a mindset limitation. It's just a limitation in the mind. If I would have said that 5 years back, I would have also not been able to speak in English properly today that I'm doing right now. It is just a myth, right? You think that it cannot be done, it is undoable, so you don't even do it, you quit, right? So, as I always say, as we have learned from our mentors as well, that every skill on the planet is learnable. You can learn anything. If Elon Musk can make a rocket by just reading it into the book, don't say that you can't communicate in English. It's not that tough, right? So very simple.
Right. So, you have to have the passion for that. That is the main thing.
Absolutely, yes. So there are some sort of myths. I feel that one thing that you should always do is to stop comparing yourself with others. Because the problem happens when you are not a very good speaker, when you see somebody else is speaking really well, you start to feel bad about yourself. And it's a very basic human nature. When we look at somebody speaking awesome, then we start to curse ourselves. When we look at somebody having a nicer home, nicer car, richer than us, then we start to feel bad about ourselves, start to curse ourselves. Always remind yourself that you are unique, you're different, your journey is different, you're born different, you have a different thumb impression.
Your purpose is also different.
And your purpose is also different. So there is no point of yourself comparing with others. You have your own race that you need to run.
Exactly. Very well said, Tauseef. Thank you so much. I think that the friends जो आप लोग मेरे साथ हो अभी, we are really enriched by your words, and really it's a learning session, I can say that. And very soon we are going to meet. I also hope that probably in Guwahati also, it can be in Guwahati also, it can be in Delhi also, but we will meet. Definitely. Can you hear
Thank you
me,
so much.
Tauseef?
Yes, I can hear you, and I just want to say, I mean, I wanted to speak to you for such a long time, and this was the day. And thank you so much for inviting me. I'm thinking to myself that I wish I could do a physical podcast in person. Like you're sitting on one chair, I'm sitting on one chair, and then we are recording the
Yeah,
podcast and
exactly.
to everybody.
Exactly. It is
And in
my dream
Bengali.
also. Of course. Of
And
course.
in Bengali.
Uh,
And just say,
so,
I'm sending my love to your audience, and thank you so much for being patient and listening to us. And
and
I know you may have not abused me.
what will be your last message to my viewers?
You know what? I'm being asked this question every time. That what is your last message? I always say this with
Miss
my
for this
head.
show.
Yeah, and on the same, it's the same question that what is your last message? And I say this with full conviction that you got to believe in yourself, not when the circumstances are in your favor, but when the circumstances are
Right.
against you. Believing in yourself when everything is going right, everything is in your favor is very easy. But believing in yourself when everything is against you, your family is against you, society is against you, but you know this is right for you, so you believe in yourself, you still pursue that passion. That is called believing in yourself. So my message to everybody is just believe in yourself, because I believe in myself. I faced a lot of criticism. I faced a lot of critiques and sarcasm because of being different, but I was always happy to do that. I didn't care about what would other think about me, and I still don't care. So believe in yourself.
Right.
That's
The only thing is that keep growing and growing and growing. That should be the
Be 1% better every day. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
See, always remember, just do one small thing every day. Keep doing it, and it will compound into remarkable results. Don't quit.
Yeah, Molo Chaudhary from Shillong. I think he is saying that Tauseef, lovely listening to you.
Thank you so much,
Singh ji,
I really
he is
appreciate
saying
it.
that nice to see you both. Oh, Deepak Singh ji is here. Welcome, Deepak ji. Deepak ji,
Hey,
can
Deepak.
you remember from our Speak and Growth community? Deepak ji.
I can recall.
Yeah.
I can recall. Thank you so much, brother, for
Nice
joining
to
in,
see
Deepak. I
you
really
both.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deepak ji, and thanks to you, Tauseef, for giving your precious time to us. And thank you, my viewers, my friends, my listeners. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
जाते जाते
Really appreciate.
एक poem याद आ गया, जैसे कि I think you can recall this also from one of very very famous movie. लहरों के साथ तो कोई भी तैर लेता है. लहरों के साथ तो कोई भी तैर लेता है. हाँ.
लहरों के जो अगेंस्ट है.
लहरों के साथ तो कोई भी तैर लेता है, पर असली तैराक वो है जो लहरों को चीर कर आगे बढ़ता है.
वाह भैया, बहुत खूब.
Yes, so we have to continue like that way because our life is very 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 precious, my dear friend.
मुझे भी एक शेर याद आता है. एक शेर मैं जाने से पहले मैं भी बोलना चाहूँगा.
Please, Tauseef.
देखा है मैंने बहुत से लोगों को बदलते हुए जमाने के साथ. देखा है मैंने बहुत से लोगों को बदलते हुए जमाने के साथ. असल तो वो है जो जमाने को बदल देते हैं.
क्या बात.
Thank you.
क्या बात.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Tauseef. It's a lovely evening, very enriching evening. Thank you again.
I was so happy to talk to you, and I feel the vibe. Thank you so much.
Me too, Tauseef. So very good night to you all. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
And love you all. Bye.
Bye.